So the question is, do you believe the desire for soft life is hindering young Nigerians in dating and getting married? What do we think?
So first, let's premise soft life. What is soft life? To me, soft life is just enjoyment, living luxuriously, and stressless.
Luxuriously and stressless. What's luxury in Nigeria? Like being able to afford like a house in VI.
I think that's still luxury here in America too, though. I think luxury period.
Luxury is luxury.
Yeah, luxury is luxury. Yeah.
So does it matter if it's below your means or above your means?
Well,
you would have the
soft life is
means.
different for everybody. For me, I take care of myself, so that's a soft life enough. You know, I'm able to vacation when I want to, afford everything that I want to, buy a purse if I want to.
Big money.
That's
the soft life.
That's soft life. No,
it doesn't have anything
have to worry about
do
income.
with a man providing for me. He could provide for me if he wanted to, but at the same time, I'm providing a soft life for myself.
Soft life does not have to contain a man.
It's just
in this context, though. I feel like it has something to do with a man.
Because it said hindering them from dating.
Yeah.
In the Nigerian context, I think it does because people have taken soft life and attributed it into getting a man to provide the soft life.
Yeah, women.
Well, because
that's why we got Slay Queens.
Yeah, women.
Yeah, men.
There's definitely an expectation that the soft life needs to be provided
because everyone wants to be like. I think like the perception of soft life is like you're not working, right? Which is, you know, if you want to work, fine. If you don't want to work, but it's like you're not working and you're living this lavish, luxurious lifestyle. But there's like, how is that lavish, luxurious lifestyle being provided if you're not born into a billionaire family?
And that's where I think
you're no hush puppy.
Exactly.
You don't like. Where is it coming from?
That's where I think the definition of soft life has been hijacked and has been become adjacent with prostitution, sugar babies, and also why do sugar babies not consider themselves prostitutes? Maybe that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a different lane.
That's a whole other conversation.
Let's go.
I was listening to a podcast. And they were asking like, oh, what's the most thriving, what's it called, industry in Nigeria? We were like music industry, no. Oil industry. I said the sugar daddy industry.
Really?
What?
Yep.
Really?
They said there's a lot of artists that you feel like, oh, they are good artists now. No, it's because of the sugar daddy backing them up. There's a lot of businessmen, you know, that have sugar daddies.
True. Even at my status, I still get offers from men that will offer to put me on an allowance.
Oh wow!
I've been asked to put on an allowance before, actually several different times, but just like she was saying, it's adjacent to prostitution. In my eyes, like, why do you feel like you can put a dollar amount on me for that week or that time with you or whatever? Like, no, I am the one that puts a value on myself.
I think what it is because like so many don't have access to that. That's why they are willing to put that dollar sign on that because they don't see any other way out. And I think in that way it's becoming damaging to the dating scene because that's the new norm. The new expectation is that
your man I've seen like
providing
scary things on Twitter, like they'll go out on the dates. A girl will either bring like 20 of her friends.
Women!
No, that'll happen. Or like, you know, they're going on a first date and they expect the man to like, you know, provide head, provide this, provide that, provide. And like, that's what I'm saying. Like the soft light movement has been hijacked. We've attributed that to like being the soft light, and like again, people have no idea how it's supposed to be provided. So it's been put on the men. So now you have men thinking they have to have, you know, 100,000 naira to go on a date with a babe. Naira. Well, Instagram doesn't make it easier for us. Bob Risky doesn't make it easy for us women. Real women.
Hey, no, please don't.
Let's not get into that. Yeah, let's not get into that.
Mr. O'Shea Baddest. Nope. He's not making it easy for us.
Next.
I'm just saying that, like, right now, though, this is prevalent not only in Nigeria, but wouldn't this conversation also be prevalent to here? Like, to dating, period.
Yes.
Like, where the expectation is, like, all right, I want to be taken care of.
Yes.
Like, I want to be chilling. Like, I don't want to have to work. I want someone to be able to provide that.
Right.
And so we are seeing, even in the United States, how much of a hindrance that is. Where people, now we have these really weird conversations about high value people,
$200
and all of these other conversations that are.
That's a high value man.
I think the whole thing has hindered dating in that it's shifted the focus from, oh, I need to be able to provide this for myself, to okay, what can I do to get a man to want to provide it for me? It's no longer about what can I do or what do I bring to the table, right? It's what can he do for me?
I saw this Twitter thread where like this was I think it was a Ghanaian. It was someone from Ghana tweeting this, and then like he was like, oh, like he was like asking this girl, oh, like, well, I'm gonna take you out and all of that, and then he's like, okay, so like, do you need my address so like you can have like the dress delivered to my house?
Yeah.
I like she sends him her dress size, shoe size.
Yeah. Like he's providing.
What time to pick her up, and then okay, I guess he went on with it. He was okay. I'm gonna go on with it for a while. Like this is the guy making the tweet. Went on with it, all of that, and then a couple of months later, she was like, oh, she expects like gifts every month, like bags and all this stuff. Is like okay, but then like I think eventually he asked like, okay, so what are you doing for me though?
My presence.
And he's like, yeah,
could she provide that for herself?
That's the thing. I don't know, right?
I feel like the expectation is crazy. It's outrageous
skewed.
Because
if
you can provide it for yourself,
if you can't provide it for yourself, then why would you expect someone else to give it
for
to
you?
Women think that they can just use yansh and a pretty face to get what they want.
But the thing is,
there's people
but they can
and a pretty face.
Sometimes that's all you need for the right person.
That begs the question.
But that's
men,
what's messing up the dating scene.
Men, exactly. At what point are men going to raise their standards? Like, all it took was a pretty girl with the ass for you to be like, okay, yeah, let me drop the bag.
But that's never changed. That's been it forever.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, no, I've always said that. Like, no offense again, but like I feel like men have like lower standards because you see a lot of men marrying down.
Yeah.
And you will rarely see a woman married down.
I mean, look at Rihanna though. Let's.
But that's
hey, now not coming from my man.
That's
not coming from Mr. Rocky right now. Let's not do that.
That's like a common observation.
It's very common, but like I always say, like I don't know. For me, see me as I am like this. I want to marry a peer, like someone that literally. Like a rub shoulders with me, like bro, if I'm saying this is what I'm bringing home, you need to. If you're making more, bro, it's better. Like, make my life easier. I don't care. It's fine.
Soft life.
Like,
soft life.
Let's take the facts. You're doing well for yourself right now. A lot of people are not like you. Let's say back home in Nigeria, they don't have money and all that. So, let's say I'm earning like 5,000 naira, not dollar, naira. Monthly in Nigeria.
5,000 a month?
And then that's how much I was getting like 7 years ago.
Really?
Yeah. Actually, and I see a sugar mommy, right? I was like, oh, yeah, fine, boy. But like,
take care of me, please.
What are you doing here? Come and collect 500,000. Just come and make me feel good. Would I not say yes to that?
You don't say yes.
I expect
Do you have morals?
Yes.
I'm
going to pay your bills, though.
I'm trying to survive.
Your morals feed you.
I support, but like, that's honestly, I feel like that's kind of why like we're kind of in the position we're in because like people have done it successfully, right?
They pulled it off.
Yeah, fine,
but that's sugar mommy though. So are you saying when you're ready to get married though, right? Are you saying
No, that's not, I'm just saying that.
But like somebody was willing to provide him soft life.
Yeah. For example, now what about?
Even as I am like this, if somebody wants to provide me
you not say you want to be pressing computer.
Is that not exploitation though?
Life is transactional. I feel like.
I feel like life is transactional too, and I was gonna say that too, but I didn't really want to be too because I feel like everybody uses somebody for something, but it has to be in a way where it's not like you're undermining that person or you're gonna.
Oh, you're parasitic.
Exactly.
Or they're parasitic.
If you are sucking the life out of someone, then yes, it's horrible. But if you're a person that is like, in his case, that's an opportunity for you. You take that opportunity. Obviously, she's in a better state, class or whatever.
She has the money.
She has the money. So you talk to her and you find different ways that you can build yourself from that point. You don't just
stay there and just keep collecting that check.
I mean,
it's a soft life.
You don't just stay there, because at that point you are prostituting yourself.
That's how it's been.
But also, is that sustainable? Though? Is it sustainable? Because what happens when you age? Now your fine face and your yams are starting to sag. There's wrinkles. Can you still monetize your appearance? And now what are you supposed to do? Now you're old. You have no spouse. You have nothing. And I think that's part of why.
They have money though.
Do you? Yeah, but with women who are focusing on just the soft life as they're aging, it makes no sense. Unless you're providing that soft life for yourself and you're looking to a man to upgrade your lifestyle, that's different. But if you're looking for someone to just provide for you,
but like if you look at, if we're talking about
that's the basic essentials.
The girlies are looking for someone. They're looking to upgrade their life.
Yes, upgrade is different from somebody providing general essentials for you: a roof over your head, a car. You going to school for yourself. That's basic essentials.
But like
How is that an upgrade? It doesn't matter where you're living at. At least you have a roof over your head. You're not a squatter. You're not homeless.
Some people don't have nothing.
Some people don't have anything.
Right.
Like, let's take it back to, if we go to Nigeria, like
they don't have anything.
Yeah, but then I feel like you should also be aware of who you are as a person. Like, you should know if you could pursue a soft life in that way. Pursue a soft life in that way. It's not for everybody. I think that's like when we talk about it hurting dating in Nigeria, people are trying to get what they can't get.
Like I think
right?
they have that perception of like the supreme.
This
soft life we see on Instagram.
Yeah,
for
like
all your
nice
kids, PJ.
Yes.
This
Oh,
and that.
I'm living my influencer life. I'm living my influencer era.
Pool boy dropping it.
And I'm like, not everyone's gonna get that. Like, no, like just by statistically,
impossible.
Not everybody's gonna get that. So like, you should know where you're at. You know what I mean? If you're with a guy, and in the back of your mind, you're like, all right, like this is what I'm trying to attain to. All right, well, build with men so you don't have to do that. But I don't just expect it off the rip, because it's not gonna work for everybody.
Another thing we need to talk about though is the ones that get in a relationship, a whole relationship, just for soft life.
True.
That's what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
man.
Yeah, women, the ones that will get in a whole relationship.
Yeah.
Oh baby, I love you. Oh my God, but you're the no women are like. Sorry to women that are listening.
You don't say sorry now. You already started.
You're not sorry.
See, no, I saw my kid.
No. Finish what you have to
I
say.
will finish. No, because literally, nonsense. No, because literally, women will be like the women that get. I'm not saying all women. The women that get in a relationship, right? Mm-hmm. And all they do is they're literally in that relationship. So they
for
can,
benefits.
Yeah, for benefits, right? Mm-hmm. It's not like they don't necessarily like see a future. They don't see anything. Like just at that point, it works.
Men do the same thing. They get in a relationship. They
sex.
True.
No sex. They'll meet you and be like, "Hey, babe, I want you to be my girlfriend. You don't know me.
Right.
Why do you want me to be your girlfriend?"
I was like, objectively, no.
Because they know that certain women of certain statures or status, they're not going to have sex with you. They're not going to open their legs unless you're committed.
Exactly.
So you go out the same way. Because I don't.
I was gonna say, is that even like not to say like good or bad thing, but like people get into relationships for like different reasons. Like people get in relationships looking like somebody might be like, I want to marry. They're dating somebody who has no interests. Somebody's like, I'm just here for vibes. And the other person is
like, I met the love of my life.
I met the love of my life. Right? People get into relationships for like different. So I don't think you should like degrade or like. I don't know what the word for it is. Like the person who's getting there to like use, I guess, or like live a better life.
Yeah, I just feel like they can like communicate better though.
They could communicate better, but like who knows? Like the other person could be getting exactly
what they
want
are okay with being
from
used.
Like,
they know that this person is just here. Like they don't care.
At least tell me that I'm being used. Then allow me to decide if I want to be used or not.
Yeah, but the example that I used before about me being approached in that way, I like someone in that sense who has that much power over you that can just write you off like a bill, like, hey, here, this is for the week, this is for next week, this is for your month. Like, you're just a bill to them. So at that point, I don't fault a woman or a man if they feel like they need to be opportunistic in that sense and upgrade themselves. Because if that person is writing you off as a bill, then hey, they're not even really seeing that money anyway.
But that's like sugar daddy stuff. I'm talking about like an actual like this is people that they're exclusive.
Those are relationships. Sugar daddies and sugar babies, they're in relationships.
Yeah, but I mean, you can. I'm not gonna say you can tell, but you can kind of always like. There's always like some kind of imbalance, right? There are people that literally look like.
It's always gonna be an imbalance.
No. I'm saying the people that look like they're on your path to marriage. Like so, for example, right? Like, think about I don't know a good example to use. Let's say. Who's like a really popular like Nigerian celebrity couple?
Oh, couple.
Banky and
Adesua. Yeah, Banky and Adesua. Like, look at how Banky and Adesua look together, right? They look like socially on the same class. So even Mr. Easy and
Temi,
right?
Yeah, Temi.
Yeah, like so, like they look like on the same class and all of that. But it's like there are situations like that where like literally. The woman looks like she's at that class, but she's not actually on that class, right? She only looks like that because so-called man is funding her lifestyle. He's funding it because he's in it because he sees a future here. He sees like marriage, he sees a relationship, but she's only there for the benefits. What I'm saying is like, so tell them like that this is what you're here for. Like I don't see why you're opportunistic in that like scenario, right? Like I know what you're saying. Like men do the same thing, right? But like I'm saying, like there are people, like this is the conversation we're having, right? It prevents people from like getting married. Imagine someone in that scenario, like okay, their heart gets broken. They figure out that they've been getting used. Like doesn't actually want to get married to you and all of that. Like, bruh, wickedness to women, shaking to women forever. Right?
And to men as well.
Exactly.
It's the same on both ends.
I believe in karma, so for that reason.
Don't play with me.
Karma is very real.
For that reason, if I'm trying to get into any kind of relationship, I'll tell them, me, I'm not ready right now.
I'm always very truthful. Like, literally.
You want to do this or not?
I
feel like a real man would not lie
exactly.
to you.
Yeah.
To get in your pants.
A real man.
A real man.
There's no need to.
If he has to lie, then.
There's no need to. Like literally, I'm not ready for marriage. I'm not ready for marriage. And leave the decision.
It's not even I'm not ready for marriage. I feel like you can talk to somebody and be like, oh, let's just enjoy each other. Let's just enjoy each other.
Here for the vibes. Here for the vibes.
I feel like you should be able to.
Just interact.
Said interact.
I also think that we have to draw a distinction between, like, because I think that we're placing the romantic notion of dating on the scenario when that doesn't necessarily exist in space. Like, if you're looking for a soft life, right, and you're willing to do whatever you need to get there, then I think we should take romance out of it because that's transactional, like we've been talking about. Right. But then if you're actually looking and pursuing, trying to get to know someone, like that shouldn't, like you're already starting off on the wrong foot anyways. If you're like, I'm looking for somebody to take care of me, great. But then like, are you actually looking for someone that you can love and cherish and take care of and all of the other things that come with, perhaps proper dating?
But why shouldn't that be a topic of discussion though? If I'm taking care of myself now, I need to definitely have the conversation. It's not about having the conversation of having a soft life, but you have to be able to support what I'm doing. Yeah. So that means financially, that means emotionally, that means physically. We need to be on the same level. A connection is a connection. So.
Or you just want a vibe, and it'd be like, all right, cool. I can provide the vibe. You give me this, and I give you this, and then we chilling.
No, but what you're saying though, that is a relationship, right?
It's still a relationship.
And that works, right? Like, but that's been communicated, right? Like,
yeah, you're actually talking about that.
I'm saying that whether it's communicated or not, some of these things still
need to be taken care of. Yeah, no, I get that. No, but then when you're actually trying to like not build with someone because I hate that language, but you're actually trying to be with somebody, you're gonna have that talk. You're gonna have that communication.
I think relationships come in many different forms. Like romance does not always have to be the basis of the relationship. Sometimes it can just be they're looking for stability, and that's okay. It's transactional, and that's okay. It's lustful, and that's okay as long as both parties are informed on what's going on. Then it is what it is, you know. So.
Like if we're gonna go back to like most of our parents, like I mean, even when soft life was not a thing, like I mean, most people are looking for stability, like you're saying, like they just want like okay, I'm out.
But that's their soft life. I don't want to worry about my next meal.
I don't want to worry about my children.
They kick me out now. Can I pay school fees? Like.
So I mean that is soft life for them, right? But it's like at the end of the day, like the soft life takes some different forms, but at least for them, and they're securing their bag while remaining stable and committed, and still playing
maybe
your part.
Maybe not committed, but stable.
Yeah,
stable. But at least playing your part, right? But it's like the soft life where you just want to
enjoy and
chilling
and not do anything. I don't know.
That's a
different. Not very realistic.
But pending the time, you find like let's say real romantic relationship of like love, is soft life acceptable?
Yeah.
To say maybe my like 18 to 20, I want to do soft life.
I feel like it is acceptable because
it's
like
totally fine.
if I'm already living a soft life and I meet someone and I say this is the type of lifestyle I have and this is what I want for myself, what's your vision for your household?
Yeah, you already told them that.
You already told them.
Envision our children to have nice schools and a backyard? Do you envision us having family vacations and stuff like that? Yeah. Not everybody wants to do that. Not everybody has the time. Not everybody wants to invest in different things like that.
That's true.
Yeah, but you see the difference though is you told them, right?
Like, you told them. And also you already had that life.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not like you're trying to step into a situation
right, but I
to
built
attain
myself
that
to that point.
That's what I'm saying.
I've been at a point where I could have taken offers to be a sugar baby.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That it really just depends on your expectations.
But that's because you didn't have to take those offers because you were already providing it for yourself.
But no, what I'm saying is there's been times where I didn't have that and I was struggling. Right. Like I come from humble beginnings with my son. Like literally, I didn't have it, and so coming home and being in my dad's house and stuff like that, you look for any opportunity to just get out. Yeah. Like, especially, us being Yoruba, like, you look for any opportunity, like, why are you even home? And then you come back home, you came back home with a baby at that. So,
like, double
mine, it's really tough. So, I've seen both sides of it. I had to build myself to where I am right now, but I could have taken offers and literally dropped my son off with his grandparents and been out here like Drea, Michelle, or whatever they love and hip hop artist names and stuff like that, where they had their babies with other artists and stuff like that. So.
And I have a question. Are you guys then against people trying to like date up or marry? Because that's what it kind of seems like. Like, what if somebody like you're doing very well for yourself,
I'm doing okay.
You're doing very well for yourself. But Bib comes up to you and she's interested trying to get, and obviously let's just say you're like way above.
That's me personally.
Where she is in life. Yeah. And she's looking, trying to get to that lifestyle. Like, would you be against that?
I'm not against it. It's just not for me.
You're against it.
I'm not against it. It's just not for me.
But how would you honestly know though if it's just maintenance? Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, if you meet a genuinely pretty girl and she doesn't have anything, not everybody is somebody who has to put on makeup every day. Some women are really beautiful.
It's not a makeup
out the
thing.
shower, beautiful.
It's not a makeup thing for me. It's just it's literally a class thing.
Yeah, like yes, but some people will put them in that class because of their beauty.
Oh, I don't do that.
With nothing.
Nah.
I don't do that.
You do that.
Me?
Somebody told the truth.
It's very real.
It's real. I swear, but
wait a minute.
So casually date. Yeah, man, I don't mind. So actually marry.
But she's the love of your life.
Actually, the freaking love of my life. But I swear, like, see, let me know if you're lying.
She did not meet the requirement.
No.
So you wouldn't.
To be honest, like, for me to even like think about like marriage, I'm already asking, like, where do you work? Like, all these questions are coming up. Like for me to get married, like bro, I might as well see a bank statement.
Yo, bro.
Bring them papers.
Bro, there's some women that you will see. Yeah. All those questions I say.
They'll disappear from
your life. Till I see them.
Till I see them.
But it's not.
If you dare ask me for my tax statements, I'm gonna look at you like, what?
I'm asking you for your tax.
I've heard your opinion. So, Bib, you're doing very well with your life right now. Bib, she's not doing quite as well.
Sure.
She's trying to get with you, trying to, come enjoy the lifestyle you're living.
Yeah.
Yes or no? I'm curious.
I know, that's going to be a pass. But not classism, no. Because I'm checking her mentals. I'm honest to God.
She's
There's
working
some mentals.
hard and
what if she's a conversationalist like you and she can just talk?
Oh, that's great. Then we're going to have bomb conversations.
So you wouldn't mind her using you for everything that you have, right? Because she can talk, right?
Nah.
You guys don't want to marry her.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to marry her. No, because like right now, if Shorty's struggling, right? If Shorty's struggling and she's all like, and we connect.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure her mind right. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have said no. I want to make sure her mind right. Why are you still here?
Life is just against her.
Life is against her. That mentality. Why is life against you?
Because if you're honestly messing with a female and she has an issue and you do not offer to help her, you think that female is going to stay with you?
Offer to help her? What kind of situation are we talking about?
Any situation. You have to
This ain't Salvation Army. I ain't giving out handouts. Listen, like, I'm going to need you to come correct. Like, yo, I did it for myself.
What's correct,
from the come up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not playing around.
I can speak on this very properly. See, like, I've dated.
I don't want y'all that. I don't want y'all to do that.
The first 2 years I was working my full-time job. Like the person I was dating was not during college, right? So it's like, you know how that is. Like you're dating someone in college, right? So you're like, helping where you can. They're not the kind of people that will ever ask me for anything. Very self-sufficient, self-independent, and I'm gonna help. But why? Because what I see potential, right? So it's about where you are. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not just gonna like say, oh, you're fine. Oh my God, look at that body. I'm gonna throw money. See, I forget all these things. Me personally, cannot be me.
Can't do that.
Cannot be me. But I'm telling you, for me, like I have multiple conversations. At least find out. I mean, asking for a bank statement.
But like the baby is trying.
She's trying. If there's potential. It is potential then, yeah.
But why am I still helping this person out? So we're in a relationship? Is that what's happening? I thought we were just dating.
Dating, relationship?
I mean, dating,
what's the difference?
I feel like men compromise less than women do. Like men will never will go with somebody who is below their status less often than a woman would do that. No,
I think they will go more.
I think
more
men
below
compromise more. If you're beauty trumps everything for men.
Exactly. This is what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
You can be dirt broke, but you're fine, babe.
Nah, you bugging.
If you are useful enough to be used.
We see it in celebrities.
Useful enough to be used.
Because you have to be useful to be used.
Yeah.
If I don't have money,
what kind of use do you need?
Let's say Dangote right now. Of course, Dangote, a lot of people wants to use him, but he has the money, bro. And I'm sure he has values too.
What's gonna corrupt that man?
It's like, maybe he has to be some kind of girls for me to do it. For beauty, you see something that you really like.
Like it's two things: beauty or money, right?
You see something that you really like. You have to be like this out of the way.
Maybe it's because I already learned the hard way. I learned the hard way. I went for beauty. Beauty came with some things, and I went for it.
Short breakfast is beauty.
Short breakfast, but you short breakfast. You know what is going on. But then you will not do anything.
All I'm saying is for marriage.
We have to like man.
It's different now.
It's for marriage specifically.
If your date is chasing self-love and she's not there.
And she's not there, I'm not there.
Hey.
So we started from.
It depends.
Okay, what's the actual question? Sorry.
Yeah, that's a question.
So we started from she now. So do you believe the desire for soft life is hindering young Nigerians and dating and getting married?
Hindering is a stretch, but I think it's definitely affected. I mean, they're the same thing. I beg. Yes, it is from.
How about your dating experience?
My dating experience?
Yeah.
I'm not dating
soft life. No, but previously, soft life babes, have they approached you? Have you approached them?
somebody?
Like,
I mean,
has it impacted at all?
I mean, you definitely talk to some people, and once you start hearing the things you don't. Okay, so perfect example. I just met this person. They were in town for like a couple of weeks, and then I was like, oh yeah, okay, no, let me take you out. And then next thing is like, oh, hey, by the way, I only do this certain kind of restaurants, Michelin stars, and okay, I was like, cool. I didn't even reply to text. That's it done, right? So it's like, I think after a while, you're just like, okay, like, I mean, cool, if that's what you want, there's someone out there that'll give it to you. It's not just me. Like, I used to send money to my mom, bro. Like, I don't know. I
don't useful enough to be
I'm not useful enough, apparently. I must not be, to be honest.
So if you had it, you would have taken her out?
I would not have.
Oh.
Hey.
I still would not.
Okay.
Yeah, like, bro, why am I wasting money?
Who is this person though? Is this somebody like?
No, bro, I'm telling you, bad.
Okay,
next. Actually, I go knock, go still knock.
Wow. For me, I think it's hindering. I think not just Nigeria. I think it's hindering all over. It's definitely affecting how people date.
Yes.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
I think it is, people putting a value on the dating scene versus trying to build an actual connection is hindering us a lot. So, yeah.
I think it's hindering too, but I want to have something. I want to see if you're a soft babe. you feel like I elevate your life, and you have
he's ready to elevate
your life. I elevate your life. I don't have to love.
He has the facility to use.
Yeah, sugar mommy too. And you're looking, and you say, who's this boy that is just tiny? Let us sit down. I say,
I agree that it's hindering. I think it's hindered perceptions on both sides. Women expect certain things from men, but also like I've gone out with men who would project that onto me, like, oh, you probably only want to go to the best restaurant, huh? Or we'll take you to this place with a mediocre view. Look with a view, and like we'll just be trying to impress me, and it's like me as a person, I never gave off the impression that I needed to be impressed, but you just projected onto me that you must do that because of the notion that it already exists. Exactly. And so I think it's hindering both ways for sure.
Yeah, for me, definitely. Like, if you get on Twitter, you see it every day. $200 dates. What are you bringing to the table? Men need to provide
Oppression Olympics.
Flex is honestly flexing Olympics. Yeah, like, people want to give off the perception that they are living this amazing life, and you have situations where people can't afford it, and they have it, or like at Lens, everyone's spending their paycheck to be soft like
bottles.
Quick question. You're talking to a guy. You say, "Oh, let me take you out." You tell the guy, "Let me take you out."
Me tell the guy, "Let me take you out."
No, that communication is just you tell the guy, "Let me take you out." Who's paying?
I invite a guy out on a date.
You say,
impossible.
"Let me take you out." No.
They're not paying.
So, okay.
You say, "Let me take you out."
I'll answer that. The man is gonna pay. However, I will
offer.
offer.
Fear with me.
I will offer. But you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. I'm going to offer to pay just to see, and if he allows me to pay, I will never talk to him ever again.
But you asked him to come on the date now.
You say, "Let me take you out."
It doesn't matter.
Hey,
I'm going to offer to pay. If he allows me to pay, then I know that he has no chivalry. He doesn't have any type of respect.
Okay. What if he offers to pay?
I'm not gonna order anything but a salad. That's what you don't understand about me. We don't eat out like that. On a first date, let's go to coffee. Why are we going to dinner on a first date?
It doesn't have to be dinner, right? You're the one who's taking him out. So you can.
Yes, let's go for coffee.
So if you took him out to coffee, would you pay for the coffee?
Of course. Let's hold a conversation. What do you do for a living? How long have you been doing it? Do you like your job?
Too far out of context. Simple question.
Yeah, but that's what they have to do.
You pay. You will take him to a place you can afford.
Yeah, I wouldn't even order anything that I couldn't buy.
Oh yeah, that's what we're asking. Yeah.
So he said, soft life is, or not so. The perception of the luxury soft life is ruining dating chances for everyone. Everyone is trying to achieve celebrity level soft life. We need to understand that.
Would you pay for the man?
He wouldn't even ask
him out. Me asking man out when I'm here looking this fine, it's impossible.
Next, I'll ask somebody for coffee.
If I'm inviting, let's say he's my boyfriend out, because me too.
No,
it's not
even boyfriend. Sometimes I feel like we live in 2022.
That changes.
You should be able to talk to somebody that you like.
I mean, if it's my friend, let's say it's a guy that's a friend, like a guy friend. Like, I have no problem especially if I'm the one inviting you out, then I can pay. Like,
what if a guy that you're romantically feeling?
I wouldn't have asked him not to begin with. If it's romantic, I'm not gonna ask out. If you're my friend, okay, then yeah, we can go get drinks and I'll pay for you. Yeah.
Cool. You will not pay.
I wouldn't ask. I wouldn't ask a man on a date romantically. No.
So you just wait.
Unless we're already in a relationship.
So
let's go out on a date.
I'll look at you, and if you're not reading the message, we'll keep it moving now.
Alright, I guess we're done. Oh yeah.
We good. We cutting.